Rec League Podcast. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your family, tell your haters. Available on Anchor, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Breaker, Radio Public, Pocket Cast, Good Pods, Podchaser, and Stitcher. At Rec League Podcast on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. At Rec League Pod on Twitter. Episode 65, available now. Yo, whether you watching this from Facebook, Twitter, click the link in my Instagram, or YouTube itself. What up, world? So I just watched Free Guy. It is the new action comedy video game, non-video game release, something along. It's a multiple genre. It's a sci-fi action comedy. It stars Ryan Reynolds, Jodie Comer, I hope I said her name right, Lil Rel Howery, Joe Keery, Utkarsh and Budkar, and Taika Waititi. It is directed by Shawn Levy. He directed the Night at the Museum trilogy, This Is Where I Leave You, Real Steel, I believe the first Pink Panther movie, Date Night, and I feel like he's got another really underrated movie out there. You got Guy. Guy is a non-playable character, a background character. He's video game decoration, and he begins to develop his own personality. He doesn't just go through the motions of doing what all the other NPCs do, and come to find out, his world is about to be destroyed, and with some help, he tries to save his world. I've always enjoyed Ryan Reynolds. I can't say I was always a huge fan. In the late 90s, early 2000s, I used to watch Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place, which eventually became Two Guys and a Girl. And then there was Blade Trinity, Waiting, Van Wilder, with Smoking Aces, and then as we all know by now, Deadpool came out, and then everybody was a Ryan Reynolds fan. So yeah, I look forward to whatever he's gonna be in, and this looked I think the trailers for this started coming out before Disney officially was confirmed to have bought Fox. So this looks cool. Ryan Reynolds in a video game movie, but it's based on a fictional video game. And if anybody out there is paying attention, video game movies based on fictional video games are always better. History proves have always been better than video game movies based on real video games, which is crazy because source material. So yeah, I was excited. COVID, we got this maybe 18 months after it was originally announced to come out, as with a lot of movies this summer, honestly. But Ryan Reynolds is Ryan Reynolds in this movie. If you enjoy him, you know what you're gonna get. The quick-witted responses, the completely random dialogue, but it's funny. He's funny, and you root for him. His interactions, he interacts with characters that his type of character normally wouldn't. Relationships are formed. It's very cool interaction. The real world scenes are good. It's deeper than just what it's sold, and I liked that. The jokes hit. There are some really funny moments. I don't want to go too into detail. I thought the soundtrack was really good. At first, I just thought whoever was in charge of music was a huge Logic fan, and then I didn't hear another Logic song in the movie. But the soundtrack is really good. The music overall is really good. Like I said, the humor plays. Ryan Reynolds has good chemistry with everybody he interacts with. I think the best thing to happen to this movie was Disney buying Fox. But also, I want to see the 20th Century Fox version of this movie. just for licensing and legal reasons. My biggest negative in this movie was honestly Taika Waititi. He's supposed to be this eccentric character. He's supposed to be a despicable, unlikable villain, and he is. But he's more overly animated and cartoony than every other character in this movie, and that always takes me out of it. He didn't particularly take me out of it, but his dialogue, man, like his dialogue was too forced. Like he was, if he was allowed to ad lib, he was trying extra hard, and he was just too goofy. Like he served his purpose, but he could have been, I guess, more villainous than like a goofy, let's go for laughs. If I say this random thing, people are gonna laugh at it, and everything that he was meant to like have a joke about, like that's like the thing I didn't laugh at. I laughed at Little Rel, I laughed at Ryan Reynolds, I laughed at everything else. But yeah, man, this was a very, very enjoyable movie. It's like, I don't think this is a spoiler, so I don't know, give me like 10 seconds. But like Ryan Reynolds is the star of this movie, but I don't think Ryan Reynolds is the main character. The story's not about Ryan Reynolds. So yeah, like let me cut it off. So with all that being said, in my opinion, I will say that Free Guy is dope. I had a very fun time watching this. This might be one of the most fun theater experiences I've had all summer. So if you've seen Free Guy, man, what you think about it? Positive, negative, somewhere in between? Let me know. I have recently posted reviews for Batman The Long Halloween Part 2, for The Suicide Squad and Jungle Cruise. Check those out. Before the end of the weekend, I want to go see Respect and Don't Breathe 2. And then next weekend, Reminiscence with Hugh Jackman comes out, as well as The Protege. So be on the lookout for all of that, man. Most recent Rec League podcast, we talk sitcoms for the first time in probably 3 years. The movies weren't discussed during the movie segment. So like, subscribe, comment. Find me where you find me, man. Don't know where to find me. Watch these credits. Peace.